There is an ancient, ferocious, powerful, beautiful goddess whose name quite literally translates to the Great Black One. And in this ongoing series where I deconstruct and also decolonize sacred spirituality, I want to highlight an often overlooked, all but erased, beautiful, culturally rich, and also very, very ancient group of people and civilization who have been worshiping this beautiful, ancient, ferocious Black One, this beautiful goddess dating to about 3000 BCE. And this beautiful goddess, her name is Kali. The Dravidians are a very ancient civilization and group of people, and their sacred cultural practices, particularly their spiritual practices of worshiping their specific deities, including the Great Black One herself, the Great Mother Kali, you see that their skin, their physicality, and their phenotypical traits quite literally mirrors the Great Black One herself. The Great Mother Kali has been historically depicted as being black, rich black-skinned in nature. And this is to signify both her ties as a cosmological, all-powerful mother goddess. She is a cosmological universal force. She governs time as well as karma, and she is also a fierce protector. As we know, on a scientific level, the color black, it absorbs all power, it absorbs all energy, as well as it emits energy as well. We speak about the color black in a spiritual or esoteric context. Think about the ways in which black is a color of all colors. It is a color of the cosmos, and it is the richest pigment known to create all forms of life, i.e., melanin. And what's really important to note here as we, again, are decolonizing sacred spirituality is that you can see that at the time of the British invasion into the Indus Valley region, which is present day India and other Southeast Asian countries, you can see that the imagery, as well as the likeness and the depictions of many of the sacred gods of their religions, their skin color has been changed and altered to accommodate colorism as well as featureism. And as I said in this video here a couple of days ago, when you alter the names and when you alter the likeness as well as the geography of a people's spiritual practice, you alter everything. You pervert it, you pervert the truth, you also pervert how people in that culture see themselves in sacred cosmic spirituality. One thing that's really important about the goddess Kali, the Great Black One, is that she is actually an expression or an aspect of the Great Mother Shakti. Shakti is a beautiful, sacred, divine, feminine mother, and she is also a cosmological mother deity. She has given birth quite literally to the cosmos, to the world, and to all of her people as well. And in addition to that, Shakti, which I mentioned in a video about a year ago, Shakti has the ability, when you are working with her, to ignite your creative powers, your expansive powers as well. And that is done through sacred mantras. It's also done through your consistent honoring of her, your consistent worship of her, and recognizing the Shakti force, the life force within yourself. And this is especially helpful for women who are really seeking to come back home to themselves. And if you're doing any sort of womb healing or womb alchemy based rituals, I personally highly recommend working with the Great Mother Shakti in this regard. In my own personal experience of working with the Great Mother Kali, she has always come to me when I have been in a big transition in my life, in my education, in my career path, and also just in my own personal day-to-day life, when I'm right there in this liminal space. And when there are certain habits or processes that I just completely need to be done with, and also new skills that I need to adopt. And she always comes to me when I'm right there in the midst of this in between, this liminal space. And I know that she's giving me guidance and giving me her extra ferocity and also her power to empower myself, to really give myself that extra fiery energy so that I can propel myself into the next phase of my journey. She also helps us as individuals, if you are working with her, to govern ourselves in regards to our own time and also our own cycles of karma as well. And she, on an alchemical level and a cosmological level, she helps us to really shed all the things that are not needed, right? Oftentimes she has the epithet as the destroyer of the ego. She helps us to dissolve and also to transmutate or to transform ego-based behaviors, mindsets, activities, those sorts of things, right? Like any of the aspects that hold us back. She is one of the absolute best, most protective, most loving deities who will absolutely help to assist you as you are transmuting dense egoistic or ego-based energies or experiences. And the thing that I personally love about the Great Mother Kali is that, as I mentioned in this video here, spirituality is about liberation. And she is one of the greatest liberators. She liberates us from the past. She also liberates us from limitations of the mind, limitations of space, and also limitations that we will place on ourselves, and any sort of limitations that others will try to place upon you. So if you are seeking liberation, I highly encourage you to, again, first learn about Kali, and then begin to call in, to invoke, and to evoke her aspects of liberation. As I always say, before you begin working with any deity, it is extremely, extremely important that you conduct your research first. You always want to make sure that you are really setting the tone for building a lasting relationship with any deity that you're beginning to work with. It shows respect. It shows humility, and it also shows them that you are dedicated to a lifelong track of both building your relationship with them and honoring them, but also you are ready for a lifelong commitment of spiritual ascension. I want to thank you so much again for this question, and I want to thank you all for engaging in this video. Leave in the comments one or many things that you learned about the Great Mother Kali and the ancestry of the Dravidian people who have been worshiping her since practically the beginning of time. And also, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to drop those in the comments. You can also send me a message here on TikTok, or you can send an email as well. And thank you so much. I'm going to see you all in the next video.